iCountry is brought to you by enjoytravel.co.uk music and dancing holidays.
And you're very welcome to this week's iCountry with myself, Gerard Butler. Don't worry, Brendan is out and about. We'll be going to him very, very soon in Tulsk in the county of Roscommon. And talking of Roscommon, we have a lot of Roscommon artists on this show this week. Sure, look at one of the best counties in Ireland. What else would you want? We're starting with a man, of course, he's no stranger to the country music scene all over the world. His name is Brendan Shine, and a great song called You're Not the Only Cowboy in the West.
I'm not the only cowboy in the West. I'm not the only cowboy in the West, though I'm living in the last place that God blessed. I wear brown boots, I've got tattoos of Elvis on my chest, but I'm not the only cowboy in the West. I spent some time in New Orleans playing the old trombone, and I traveled round the world until I had my wild oats sown. But I miss that easy way of life that I had left behind, and the farm down on the Shannon side was always on my mind. I'm not the only cowboy in the West, though I'm living in the last place that God blessed. I wear brown boots, I've got tattoos of Elvis on my chest, but I'm not the only cowboy in the West. The fields of home kept calling me, so I made my way back to the cattle and the farm. 10 years I'd been away. Sometimes the going gets mighty tough, it puts me to the test, but I'm not the only cowboy in the West. I'm not the only cowboy in the West, though I'm living in the last place that God blessed. I wear brown boots, I've got tattoos of Elvis on my chest, but I'm not the only cowboy in the West. Loved those cowboy songs since I heard them as a boy, and I dreamed about the old campfire beneath the summer sky. From the first time I saw Trigger with Roy Rogers on his back, as he rode into the sunset along that dusty track. I'm not the only cowboy in the West, though I'm living in the last place that God blessed. I wear brown boots, I got tattoos of Elvis on my chest, but I'm not the only cowboy in the West. I'm not the only cowboy in the West.
Ah, yes, indeed. Great stuff from Brendan Shine there, and You're Not the Only Cowboy in the West. I know a lot of you could relate with that one. Now we're moving on with another man from Roscommon. He's a very busy guy on the social dancing scene. His name is Shane Moore, and here's his version of The Streets of Promise.
Once upon a time, some bright lights called to me, and I dreamed of future fortunes and things that could be. So I left my little town, thinking it would hold me down. But my youth was yet to teach me, my feet were further ground. So I set my sights on a life in the grand city, where the streets of promise drew me in. And the brightest lights lead the path to my ambition, where the streets of promise played a game I couldn't win. And if the light, but over time, my wishful heart began to find that it's not always easy to leave those you love behind. Those city streets were paved with gold, they went and kept me on my toes. And so it seems my newfound dreams were treasures to behold. So I set my sights on a life in the grand city, where the streets of promise drew me in. And the brightest lights lead the path to my ambition, where the streets of promise played a game I couldn't win. Me by, it took me time to realize that all I ever wanted was back in the Emerald Isle. Pack my bags with lessons learned, I headed home to where I yearned. Thank God above for those I love, a blessing native soil. So I set my sights on a life back home in Ireland, on the streets of promise I'll begin. Now the starry skies lead the path to my ambition, and the streets of promise play the game that I can win. So I set my sights on a life back home in Ireland, on the streets of promise I'll begin. Now the starry skies light the path of my ambition, and the streets of promise play a game that I can win. And the streets of promise play a game that I can win.
Great stuff there, of course. That is Shane Moore and his version of the Murphy's classic, The Streets of Promise. Back in Roscommon, we are going to Keeju, of course, a well-known tidy town there in County Roscommon. And here is a song from Sean Brennan, and it's called Katie from Old Keeju.
Heard of Noreen Bawn who left her to your Connell home, and Molly the Rose of Mooncoin who sailed across the foam. Few have heard of Katie who came from sweet Keeju, who quietly left her home in 1962. London then became her home, a flat and Cricklewood, where she worked every hour God sent and saved up all she could. She always sent a few pound home and done all she could do to make her mum's life easier back home in sweet Keeju. Oh, the lonely wind seemed to lament as round the hills they blew, as she said goodbye to her old home and friends around Keeju. Oh, Roscommon, how I miss you, I love you till I die. Bravely she wiped her tears and sadly said goodbye. One night in the Galtee she met a fair young lad who turned into a playboy and took all that she had. He left her with a baby boy, then went his merry way. The sparkle in poor Kitty's eyes forever died that day. But she worked harder than before to give her boy a home, and anything he wanted she got for him alone. She molded him till he came home with his new law degree, and smiled and said, son, you won't struggle in this world like me. blue. As she said goodbye to her old home, her friends around K2. Oh, Roscommon, how I miss you, I love you till I die. Bravely she wiped her tears and sadly said goodbye. Her tear come home. Molly, the rose of Mooncoin, who sailed across the foam. Now you've heard of Katie, who came from sweet Keju. She was my mom, the finest lady this judge ever knew. Oh, the lonely winds seemed to lament as round the hills they blew, as she said goodbye to her old home, her friends around Keju. Oh, Roscommon, how I miss you, I love you till I die. Bravely she wiped her tears and sadly said goodbye. Bravely she wiped her tears and sadly said goodbye.
iCountry is brought to you by enjoytravel.co.uk music and dancing holidays.
And you're very welcome back to part 2 of iCountry here on Sky 189 with myself, Gerard Butler. Yes, indeed, I told you earlier, Brendan is out and about, and we're going to be going over to Brendan after this next song. We're going to Mayo for the next one, a man by the name of Jerry Guthrie and Second Hand Heart.
Tell me, darling, is there someone else sharing all my love? When I hold and kiss you, is it him you're thinking of? I've got this feeling deep inside and don't know what to do. Whereas all our love gone, where is me and you? There's no need to pretend you're still in love with me. Although it would break my heart, I will set you free. I want you here beside me, only if your love is true. Right now I feel the one I love loves somebody new. You know we were happy from the very start. When you said you loved me, I gave you my heart. And the life we shared together, now we've drifted apart. What can I do with this second-hand heart? All the love that we had was not enough for you. The life we planned together, dreams that won't come true. You have found another, my world's fell apart. All that's left for me is to heal this broken heart. You know we were happy from the very start. When you said you loved me, I gave you my heart. And the life we shared together, now we've drifted apart. What can I do with this second-hand heart? Someday I'll get over you, this heart of mine will mend. And maybe one day I will fall in love again. Till then I'm free and single, not a worry or a care. 'Cause when love turns to heartache, the pain is hard to bear. You know we were happy from the very start. When you said you loved me, I gave you my heart. And the life we've shared together, now we've drifted apart. What can I do with this second-hand heart? And the life we shared together, now we've drifted apart. What can I do with this second-hand heart?
Great stuff there. Of course, that is Jerry Guthrie, and of course Jerry was in Tulsk on the particular night for Carmel McLaughlin's launch, and a great night it was indeed. And of course, we've mentioned the launch a few times. I think it's time to go over to Brendan and Carmel in Tulsk.
Well, now on iCountry, I'm delighted to be joined by the Rose of Roscommon, Carmel McLaughlin. Carmel, we're here in the Tulsk in Tulsk in County Roscommon, your
That's
hometown.
Right, my hometown, yes.
And of course we're here because you're recording your brand new, actually your first ever music video tonight.
That's right, my first ever video, and a very popular song. You did it yourself called Galway John.
Yeah, and it's picking up huge airplay on local radio stations everywhere.
Absolutely. I'm absolutely thrilled with it, and I just wanted to thank yourself because you've been a very good friend to me, and you've always helped me along the way.
Not at all. Sure, that's what we're all here for.
Yeah.
And Carmel, you're doing the one-woman show, and you're doing it very successfully all over the west of Ireland. And you're also starting to venture a little bit further afield as well. I mean, I know you've been down in Ennis.
That's right.
And you've been down in Tipperary as well. So
yes. I was in Bantry last weekend.
Bantry as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that was for the Patrick O'Sullivan weekend.
Patrick O'Sullivan weekend, yeah.
Yeah. And so you must be delighted the way your music career is going at the moment.
I am. I'm absolutely thrilled because, as you know yourself, Brendan, from the music scene, the social dancing is huge. And there's a lot of successful venues around the country now, so I'm glad to be part of it. Yeah.
I know it's not easy. It's not easy for a man, but for a lady, it must be even more difficult. Do you know, lugging gear around and stuff like that.
I suppose. Well, I'm fortunate enough. John comes with me, and most of the time, except maybe during the week when he's working. But I'm fortunate enough that he comes with me, and it makes the job much easier, I can tell you.
Yeah. So how many years ago now did you start roughly?
A long time ago. My son, I was singing for a hobby for a long time. My oldest son is 29.
Right, okay.
And just before he was born.
Yeah.
I just started singing as a hobby, going into pubs, singing with bands, and it took off from there. And I love it. I really love it.
And as you said, you play the keyboards, and one thing about you have a wonderful sound as well, because that's one thing I'd be very critical of bands is sound, and you have it all. It's a great job you're doing, and obviously you love what you do as well.
Yes. Well, the thing is, if you don't have the sound, Brendan, you're not going to get the work.
Yeah.
So I have good equipment, and all the venues, I seem to be doing the right thing. I'm going down well in venues.
Good repertoire as well.
Exactly.
Now, Galway John obviously is a song you've liked for a while now, that when you went to record it.
I do, and it was your version. Your version I had listened to. I know Declan Larney did it as well.
Yeah.
But I had listened to your version, and I thought that's a really lovely song, and I put it in my programme, and then I decided I'd record it. It's a good lively number.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, we're on the break here at the moment, and there's a huge crowd here. You must be delighted with the turnout. It just shows how popular you are in the locality. So.
Well, I'm absolutely thrilled. There's people from all over the country here.
There is, I see that.
There really is.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, here it is. It's the brand new video from Carmel McLaughlin. It's one called Galway John. Thanks, Carmel.
Thank you very much, Brendan.
I was sitting on a bar stool downtown the other day when I said hello to this old man to pass the time away. He told me he was Irish and his accent rang a bell. He was from a place in Galway that I knew quite well. I bought a drink, he reminisced. He said his name was John, and he hadn't been back since he left in 1961. The years just seemed to roll away as we stepped down memory lane, and I couldn't bring myself to tell him things were not the same. Oh, how do you tell an old man who's lonely and alone that the oldies are just memories and gone forevermore? It doesn't matter when you left or just how far you roam. That little island over there will always be your home. We talked of favorite places and days when we were young. He asked about a lot of folk, they were mostly dead and gone. He could not erase those childhood days of fun-filled starry nights around me circle, whose memory burdened bright. I shook his hand to say goodbye, I had to catch a plane, and it hurt to see his shoulders stoop, his eyes filled up with pain. He said, I'll never see again the moon on Galway Bay, but tell them all you talk to John, everything's okay. Oh, how do you tell an old man who's lonely and alone that the old days are just memories and gone forevermore? It doesn't matter when you left or just how far you've gone, that little island over there will always be your home. Oh, how do you tell an old man who's lonely and alone that the old days are just memories and gone forevermore? It doesn't matter when you left or just how far you've gone, that little island over there will always be your home. It doesn't matter when you left or just how far you've gone, that little island over there will always be your home.
iCountry is brought to you by enjoytravel.co.uk music and dancing holidays.
And you're welcome back to part 3 of iCountry here on Sky 189, and of course a beautiful interview there from Carmel and Brendan in part 2, and a lovely video of Galway John, and it tells a beautiful story there. Well done to Carmel on that. We're moving to Ferban in the county of Offaly, a young lady that was on stage in Tulsk that night. Her name is Olivia Douglas, and she is doing fantastic work in the country music scene. Here's a great song from her called Good Hearted Woman.
Fell by the way, and the good life he promised ain't what she's living today. She never complains about the bad times and the bad things he's done. She just talks about the good times they've had and all the good times to come. That she's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. That she loves him in spite of his wicked ways that she don't understand. With teardrops and laughter they'll pass through this world hand in hand.
Yes, there's one that would keep you dancers on the floor from Olivia Douglas. We're moving back to Tulsk now. We're going to go over to Brendan, where he's talking to the man himself from the back axles, Stephen Rosney.
Well, now on iCountry, I'm delighted to be joined by the man who's responsible here tonight for the shooting of Carmen McLaughlin's brand new video, Galway John, and it's Stephen Rosney. Stephen, great to have you on iCountry.
Brendan, it's a pleasure to be here on iCountry, and I have to compliment you on what a great show you guys run.
Oh, thanks very much. Appreciate that, because it's great coming from the likes of yourselves, who are so well known and liked in the music business as well. It's not easy. I know there's a lot of shows out there, but we try to do our own thing.
Well, you cater for the people that's watching, and that's most important.
The back axles are doing extremely well. You're back and forward to America doing stuff as well, but you've also branched into this video game.
Yeah, I started out producing videos, our own videos, the back axles, and then one day I said, I wonder how hard this could be, but little did I realise it was a lot of effort, but it's a passion of mine, and I like doing it,
Yeah. And you must, obviously it takes an eye, because it's a simple thing just to put a camera and point it in a direction and press a button, but you have to have vision and something in your head, a storyline too, don't you?
Well, I suppose, if I'm being a songwriter myself, there's a lot of imagination going on a lot of the time, but yeah, you're dead right. You're looking for that special moment, that special smile or special look. And
yeah.
I like doing it,
So obviously, you're out there and you're available for video shoots.
Yeah, it's myself and Shane and the boys are. Even all the gang just loves chipping in, and they love what they're doing. And some of the actors we get, they're not professional actors, but they have a passion for this, and
because there is a real fun element to a lot of your videos.
I remember when I was growing up, very small. I remember the John Player Tops, and all the people that got involved in that were all local actors, and it was so great for getting communities together. So I try to use local people and local actors, and everyone is enjoying it. Yeah.
Talking of local, a lad very close to your heart is your son. I can't remember his first name.
Mark.
The man on the fiddle.
The man on the fiddle.
He's only 7.
But...
And I seen something on Facebook there the other day where he's performing with a band, and I tell you, he has come some way in a short time.
Yeah, I tell this story so many times. We got an old fiddle from cousins of ours up in Newry, and they found this old fiddle in the attic. And they knew we all played music, so they gave it to us a present. So I got it fully restored, and I had it for about 10 years. And I was polishing it off one day, and just inside the door, next thing the ball came flying in the door, nearly knocked the lampshade. And it was little Mark, And I said, "That's it." I said, "You're playing the fiddle." And he looked up at me, he was only 5. He says, "I have no fiddle, So I got him a fiddle about 2 days later. I'd say it was about this size, no joke, and the screeching and scratching. But from the very minute he put his fingers on the fiddle, he never put a mark on the neck, he just took off. I suppose it was a lucky dip,
That's brilliant. It's a credit to you and the family, and obviously it's in the genes.
Look, we get great enjoyment when we see him up there playing, and I remember we done a little gig here a couple of days back for a Pieta House, and we got Mark up, and when he finished off playing his tunes, he just looked up at me and smiled, and money couldn't buy that.
No, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's what it's all about.
Well, listen, talking of videos, this is a brilliant one that you recorded some time ago. It's one called The Bald O'Donoghue. So, Stephen, thanks indeed for joining us on iCountry.
Thanks very much, Brendan, for all your support.
There you go. Stephen Rosney.
Well, here I am from Paddy's Land, the land of high renown. I broke the hearts of all the girls from miles round Petey Town. And when they hear that I'm away, they raise a hullabaloo. When they hear about that handsome man they call Jack Donahue. Well, I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'm the boy to tease her. I'm the boy to please her, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll cook her like an Irishman with my brogan blarney too. With my rollickin', swallickin', rollickin', wallickin', Bald O'Donoghue. On young garden wall, and meet the be a dewdrop, and upon her brow I'd fall. Perhaps now she might think of me as rather a heavy Jew, and no more she'd love that handsome lad they call Jack Donahue. Well, I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'm the boy to tease her. I'm the boy to please her, and take it into her head to marry an Irish man. If I could only get the chance to have a word or two, I'm sure she'd take an ocean in the bowl of Donahue. Well, I'm the boy to squeeze her, and I'm the boy to tease her. I'm the boy to please her, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll broke you like an Irishman with my broken blonde too. With my rollicking, swallicking, hollicking, wallicking bowl of Donahue.
iCountry is brought to you by enjoytravel.co.uk music and dancing holidays.
Oh, can you believe we're in part 4 already? Time is flying, and I have to say now, it's not as much fun when you don't have Brendan beside me. But he's out and about and doing a great job, and of course very busy on the country music scene himself. But next week, Brendan will be my sidekick as usual. We're moving on with a man by the name of Sean Lockery, and here's a great one from him called the Irish Medley. Watch the drummer.
As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier. I said stand and deliver, or the devil he may take ya. Asher-ring-dum-a-doo-dum-a-da, whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Asher-ring-dum-a-doo-dum-a-da, whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. The little boats are gone round the breast of Anna Liffey. The ferrymen are stranded on the quay. To the Dublin docks are dying, and a way of life is gone. And Molly, it was part of you and me. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Hill on the coast of Donegal, and her fishermen are hardy, brave and free. And the big Atlantic swell is a thing they know right well, as they fight to take a living from the sea. With a pleasant rolling sea and the herring running free, and the fleet all riding gently through the foam. When the boats are loaded down, they'll be singing in the town. When the boys from Killybegs come rolling home. With a pleasant rolling sea and the herring running free, and the fleet all riding gently through the foam. When the boats are loaded down, they'll be singing in the town. When the boys from Killybegs come rolling home. Asher-ring-dum-a-doo-dum-a-da, whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Asher-ring-dum-a-doo-dum-a-da, whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Hey!
Well, that was the Irish medley there from Sean Lockery, and I'm delighted to be joined by Sean Lockery and Sean Corrigan, the two boys that travelled down from County Fermanagh. We're here at the recording of the brand new video for Carmen McLaughlin, one called Galway John. And guys, you were great to come down, Sean, all the way from Kinawley.
Oh, well, Carmel's a great girl, and it's really a great opportunity to come and support her. I can't believe it's her first video, because she's been around a long time and she's done some great stuff. So really, really great to come down and support Carmel.
Yeah, and you went down a storm as well there tonight.
Oh, I don't know about that, but thanks very much.
Great selection of songs as always.
There was some crowd in there tonight, so it was really easy. They were all dancing, and it was a wonderful night. Great to be a part of it.
Yeah, and I believe you're the chauffeur today, Sean.
I'm the chauffeur. I have to be sensible, not him, Brendan.
And again, you know Carmel for many years, I'm sure.
I've been friends with Carmel for about 15 years, and we've done gigs together and everything over the years, and I'm delighted to come down here and support her, because she's a great girl, and I'm glad to see a great crowd in there.
I was just kind of joking earlier. I said with the crowd that she had tonight, I said she should run for elections. She's so popular. So talking about popular, you're very popular all the time too with your one-man show.
Thank God now, and kept going at the one man. I'm happy out to doing it, and long may it last, and keep battering away and annoying the people, as I do say.
Oh, well, that's what it's all about. You were in England recently, Sean, and you're going back to Scotland and stuff. So you still go across the pond every so often?
Yeah, I probably do roughly about 10 weekends a year back over in England and Scotland, because I know a lot of people over there who enjoy the country and Irish music, and I've built that up over the years, so I keep my foot in, so to speak. And I'm doing my one man now as well. I've just started doing that in England. It went really, really well the last time I went over. So, the future's looking bright, and as long as they want me, I'll go over and see them,
So the one-man thing has opened up a few new doors for you then?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously I had the big band, and things were going great, but the business, it can get really, really tough there for a while. And also I had failing health for a while, which I'm a lot better now, so thank God. And I tried the one-man thing, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It gets a bit lonely out on the road on your own, but the people that I meet at the venues and the gigs are wonderful people, and they really enjoy the music that I do, just myself, my tracks, and this, that, and the other, bit of crack and what have you, and it's going really, really well.
That's brilliant. Sean, I kind of really enjoy these nights too, because you see guys that are touring around like ourselves, and to see them on stage, even though they're singing maybe only 3 or 4 songs, it's great to catch up with everybody, isn't
definitely,
it?
Definitely, because a lot of the acts there the night, I wouldn't have seen them in a long time, but it's great to catch up with everybody, and it's great that everyone gets together these sort of nights. There doesn't be half enough of them, Brendan, but
well, that's for sure.
Yeah, but hopefully now there'll be plenty of more nights we'll get meeting up and chatting.
All right. Well, Sean, thanks indeed for joining us here down in Tulsk in County Roscommon. And actually here is Sean Corrigan with I Will Wait.
I came home like a stone, and I fell heavy into your arms. These days of dust, which we've known, will go away with this new sun. And I'll kneel down, wait for now. And I'll kneel down, know my ground. And I will wait for you. I will wait for you. So break my step and relent. You forgave, I won't forget. Now what we've seen and him with less, now in some way shape makes sense. And I'll kneel down, wait for now. And I'll kneel down, know my ground. And I will wait for you. I will wait use my head alongside my heart. So take my flesh and fix my eyes, the tethered mind free from the lies. And I'll kneel down, wait for now. And I'll kneel down, know my ground. And I will wait for you. I will wait for you. I will wait for you. I will wait for you.
Great stuff there from Sean Kerrigan, of course, a good Fermanagh man. And of course, before that, we had Mr. Sean Lockery, also living in Fermanagh. And a big thanks to the guys for doing the interview, and a big thank you to Brendan for going out and about to the recording of that particular song with Carmel. Of course, Carmel McLaughlin, a Roscommon woman, you couldn't get any better. If you see her at a venue near you, make sure you go along. Big thank you for watching us here on Sky 189, and of course our YouTube channel. We upload our show every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Share it on Facebook. Tell your friends to tune in and watch the great show with myself and Brendan. As I said, Brendan will be back as my sidekick here next week on the show. We're finishing off with a young lady. She's only 13 years of age. She has recently won the junior singing competition at the Cowboys and Heroes Festival held in Drumcora in County Leitrim. Her name is Leanne Rolette, and a great song from her. Thanks for watching.